So here I am. This is for the June History Channel. June's History Challenge. I'm here at Battlefield Park. I'll explain a little bit more later, but I am in front of this castle thing here. I know it's going to be a little noisy, I apologize. That's going to be home for tonight. I'm here a little early because I need to kind of check things out and around, make sure I'm good to go for tonight. It's very busy right now, and this thing's actually open, so we're going to go and take a look at it right now. So yeah, got all the way up the stairs and they closed it on me. I had to wait for people to leave. So this is my plan, and I'll show you around the whole thing. I got some cannons, fire those off later. It'll be fun, you know. Oh, I hear aminals. So another cannon. Yeah. So we're just gonna go around the back. We'll check it out because I think I probably can. I mean, all right. So we got a little path. Might have to check that out later. I'm thinking maybe just set up somewhere right here for the night. I have to grab my tarp. The tent's not that big, so. Yeah, look way up. Holy moly. Love it. So even worst case scenario, if I have to maybe not camp back here, there's like places maybe I can like hunker down over here somewhere. You know, I'm sure I'll figure something out. But that being said, let me flip you around real quick. So yeah, we're back. So this being the June Stealth Camping Challenge, History Challenge, I'm making history on two fronts. First and foremost, I am partaking in the challenge. So number one, history challenge, yay. And second of all, this will be my first official, actual, for real, legit stealth camp. I have camped out. I've gone, you know, in the woods and stuff like that. Not a stealth camp. This one is going to be a for real stealth camp. So stick around. I'm Shveti, and I will catch you guys a little later. Like I said, I'm gonna go grab some food and stuff, and then around dark is when we're gonna set up. Step 3. There's still quite a few people. I'm actually surprised that there's nobody coming down this trail yet. So while I'm talking away, wanted to say congratulations to Hojangle Outdoors for winning the May challenge, the bike challenge. Good stuff. I really enjoyed that video as well. Apparently so did everybody else. And shout outs to, I think it was Dick in the Dirt that did this one, yeah? I'll have to double check, but I think it was Dick in the Dirt that did June's. I just, man, brain's not functioning. So much going on with with different channels and everything, so I'll get back to you on that one, even though I could look it up on my phone. Anyways, Yeah, and shout outs to Hidden Hammock. Happy birthday, bro. I caught your live yesterday, and I appreciate the shout out for joining your members club. Same with Gravedigger, I joined yours too. Let's enjoy this. Well, I didn't get a Pepsi, but I did get Step Dr. Pepper. Well, we're now on the countdown, I guess, for nighttime. It's 8:30. I've been walking around all afternoon. I'm sweaty, so I'm back in the car to cool down a bit. Got my Stealth Dr. Pepper here. Probably gonna have another step 3, and then maybe a couple hours from now I'll go set up. Alright, so I was a little bit worried, but I'm gonna make the mad dash to the spot now. It's just after 10. Actually it's like 10:30. So I'm gonna run to my spot. I've got all my stuff. I got 2 bags, sleeping bag in the tent. So we're gonna go. Now's the best time. There's nobody here, and then hopefully my car don't get towed. Alright, so I'm here. I'm winded. That's okay. So I got all my stuff up. I am going to park it right here. I'm going to have to bounce pretty early. I'm going to say probably about 5:30 or so. I'm going to imagine that people are going to start walking fairly early. So I was going to go behind the castle here, but the tent is bigger than I thought it was. So I guess we can turn out the flash real quick. Go for a little walkie walk. Lots of light here, but I don't know if you can really see. It is shaded over there. Yeah, so I got everything I needed, and this is home for the night. Show you when I get back all set up. I don't think we'll be able to see anything really down there. So yeah, nothing exciting. Get that flash back on. There's Cannon. Yeah, see, this is just no good. And the tent that I have doesn't have the bathtub floor. So I'm gonna have to put the tarp down and just set the tent up. Oh, so no biggie. Yeah, we were here earlier. Having a hard time focus now. That's okay. So yeah, it's not really a castle. It's the monument for the War of 1812 and the Battle of Stoney Creek. A little bit more about that later. So we are set up for business. I don't know if we're gonna get any foot traffic, but I'm all set up. It's not supposed to rain. There is rain in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be out of here long before then. We'll be out of here by like 5:30, 6 in the morning. So yeah, cheers. But Jay, how do we know you're not full of crap and didn't camp somewhere else? Well, there's the castle, monument thing, tent, monument, tent. monument tent. I'm in the tent. Just wanted to show you. Sleeping bags in. Stuff's in. Flip you around real quick. And that's my view. There's my other camera there. So yeah. Should be an interesting night. I'm still a little sweating from carrying everything and setting everything up, so probably gonna have a step 3 here in a few bits. I might close things up here and spark the step 3. I don't know how I'm feeling. Bring in the tripod, even though, you know, excuse me, I'm probably okay. So happy step 3. This one's gonna be a banger too. Like, look at the size of this bad boy. I know it looks small compared to my hands, but like, it's big, and it's short and fat like me. Now you can see this little bad boy too. Yeah, I know I'm gonna end up cutting half this out, but that's okay. Little kniff. I like it. Probably gonna use it later to cut the buns that I got for dinner. Oh, what else did I want to show you real quick? Oh yeah. So I went to the store before I came here and I grabbed some Hershey's pretzels for after this bad boy. What else did I grab? Oh, some beef jerky, because I like sweetie and meaty. And I had something else. It's somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, what else? Maynard's tropical Swedish berries. So I'm telling you, we're stocked, ready to go. So one thing I can tell you, this tent does not breathe well. First and foremost, obviously, I mean, I like hotboxing. That's what I'm doing. I like it. But there's like no breeze. It is a little windy, but not too bad out. But yeah, it doesn't breathe very well. I mean, if there was no rain expected, I'd probably just take the fly off, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow, so we could have scattered showers here and there. But I took, for this specific situation, I like it because I can hotbox. Oh yeah, by the way, bipolar cornbread. Just watched your video. Did you happen to miss a hashtag, bro? J&A? Just saying. It's okay. You know what? I get it, bro. Honest to God, I get it. There are so many people in the Alliance now that it's hard to keep track, so I get it. I'm sure it wasn't personal, because you actually joined my other channel, which I'm not really sure what I'm doing with just yet. We'll see what happens. Anybody who hasn't subscribed and want to subscribe, it's J Knight 420 Live. I think what I'm going to do with that channel is do 420 Live, 420 in the morning. So a lot of you probably won't be there for the lives, and that's okay. But yeah, if you want to join, that's going to be the premise of that channel. I usually get home around midnight, 1 a.m. from work. So I was thinking about doing a step 3, kind of talk about the Alliance a little bit and some other things, and maybe even some kind of behind the scenes stuff of, you know, this. But yeah, I do have a second channel, J Knight 420 Live. $2 a.m. I smoked a little too much. Anyways, it actually started raining. You can hear it. Not hard, it's just spitting out. It wasn't supposed to rain until tomorrow or later today. Anyways, I'm making it through. Yeah, I was actually just talking to BJ's misadventures a little while ago, and I braved it and I had another step 3. Yeah, so I actually dug into the munchies already. I don't know if I'm gonna get much sleep. I've kind of been up and down anyways. Like I said, I was talking to BJ for a while, and then I went to go check on the car and came back and just chilling, and set up the camera for time lapse in the morning, get the sunrise. But if it's cloudy and rainy, not going to be much of a sight. Anyways, just giving you an update. Catch you back in a bit. Well, that's right, boys, girls. It's that time. Good morning. It's 4:20. It's time to do this. I didn't sleep like at all. Well, I had a nap after I talked to BJ. I crashed hard after that big joint. There was like hash and resin and stuff in it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired, but I can always sleep later, I guess. It's not even quite getting light out yet. It did cloud over. It's been spitting on and off. Anyways, there's still more to the video. I'm gonna pack it up a little bit later. Like I said, it's only 4:20 now. Gonna smoke this. I didn't really bother with the cooking because there was really nothing to cook. It was canned stew, the chunky stew. I mentioned that before. Didn't think that was all exciting that you'd want to see that, so I just kind of skipped that part. So yeah, that was my view all night. I like it. So I don't know if that was a success or a failure. we'll go half and half on that, I think. I did stay all night, so success.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daryl Learn. I'm going to be narrating our event out here on the field. To set the stage for you, for those who weren't here earlier, the Battle of Stoney Creek was a battle of desperation. The British had been defeated at Fort York just a few weeks ago, where York had fallen, Parliament had been burned. A landing at Fort George had routed the British and forced them to abandon all of the Niagara, retreating up to the defenses on Burlington Heights, about where Dundurn Castle is today. As they were camped out there, General Vincent had made plans to withdraw all the way to Kingston, potentially, abandoning almost the entire colony. But one of his junior commanders, a man by the name of Plenderleath of the 49th, he had done a reconnoiter of the American position, and he had discovered something. The Americans had not properly laid out their camp. It was haphazard. They had cooking fires everywhere, which backlit and illuminated them. Plenderleath asked for permission to lead a force of about 800 men for a surprise night assault to hopefully knock the Americans off balance. Now, Vincent normally would not have acquiesced to this, but Vincent was in a tight spot. He might have to abandon the entire province, well, the entire colony. And more importantly, he would have to abandon his allies in the Six Nations. He gave the assent, and in the dark of the night at about 2:30 in the morning, the British sprung their attack. Now, luckily for them, the American command had failed not just in laying out the camp, but in deploying pickets. Pickets are human tripwires, troops that are sent out ahead of an army so that if the enemy attacks, they fire off some shots and quickly fall back. This alerts your army where the enemy is coming from. The pickets have been selected from U.S. riflemen. And don't get me wrong, the U.S. riflemen during the War of 1812, excellent soldiers. But you know what they're terrible at? Picket duty. Because when they put them on picket duty, they were by a church. And they went inside the church and promptly fell asleep. This allowed the British to surprise them and get the passcode for the evening, allowing them to sneak up upon the American forces. I have a standing rule. I do not warn you about the first cannon. I will try to give you warning in future, but I've got a lot going on here, so I apologize. Just remember, hearing damage is the memory that lasts forever. Now, the American position, as it was spread out, they still had artillery pieces, as you just heard, right in the center of their line, but the British pushed on. As you see the troops out in the field, one of the most common questions that is asked of reenactors is about why they formed those long lines out on the battlefield. The fact of the matter is, it is the best way to use the weapon of the time period, which for most of these men were flintlock smoothbore muskets. These are muzzle-loading weapons that take between 12 to 20 seconds to reload. They have a flintlock mechanism, which is exposed to the elements, which means a gust of wind, humidity, the thing not wanting to work today, it won't fire. In the best conditions, a flintlock misfires about 20% of the time. If you add those other conditions, you're pretty much carrying a stick. So when you have a weapon like that, you got to counteract it. And the idea was mass firepower, which helped with the next problem, which is accuracy. They did have rifled muskets. Rifled muskets were very accurate. At the siege of Fort Meigs, which was also fought in 1813, an American rifleman at 405 yards shot 3 British artillerists, one at a time. And during the retreat to Corunna in Spain, a British soldier lying on his back shot a French officer off his horse at 420 yards away. So they can have very accurate rifled muskets, but they're expensive. For the cost of one rifle, you can produce as many as 15 smoothbores. It also, I mentioned it takes about 12 to 20 seconds for the smoothbores, 30 to 50 seconds for the rifle. And then last but not least, at least for the Americans, most of their rifles didn't have a bayonet. So think of rifles in this time period as like sniper rifles today. It's not like Call of Duty or any of those games. Not everybody's running around with the best sniper rifle. You give that to your elite troops. The average soldier, he gets the gun that puts the most lead across the field the fastest. So the musket takes care of that. So its accuracy though, at 100 yards, so almost the distance the two armies right now, a little bit further, your margin of error is 9 feet in any direction. So the mass firepower of the volley meant 80% of them should work, and that should be enough, even at 200 yards, to hit something across the field. Now with those cannon shots, you can see the next problem. Artillery and the muskets, the black powder they're using produces 20 times its own volume in smoke. It was not long for an engagement to become so cloaked with smoke that the first you could see your opponent is about 20 paces away. At Lundy's Lane, also a night engagement, there was a point where the two armies were so close, their muzzle flashes were crossing in the air, and they could not see one another. Now I'm going to answer a very popular question. Why did the British Army wear red with a white shoot me here X in the middle of their chest? At 20 paces, you want a uniform that says, don't shoot, I'm on your side. So red to the British, because it was the cheapest dye available. Same reason why most barns are red. So you got a red uniform, it's cheap, it's simple, it stands out. The Americans, in their blue uniforms with their white shoot me here X's, hopefully only get shot at by one side.